maybe the odd bottle job, and the very occasional win might just come into this. And of course, we're not streaming Football Manager, then it's out the window. Hi guys, it's me, Tom. We're starting the stream soon. It's going to be really good. So please stick around. I'm desperate for you to please stay. Please. Okay, I'm not actually that desperate, but okay, I'm lying, I really am. Please stick around. The stream's going to be good, I promise you. There's going to be so much coming up in this stream. But I promise we are going to be starting soon. Although if you are really early, there's a good chance you might actually have to watch this over again another once or maybe 2 times, depending on how quick I get to the stream. So enjoy it again, maybe, unless you hate it. Sorry. So as I say, coming up in today's stream is plenty of me mispronouncing names, probably losing quite a few games, maybe the odd bottle job, and the very occasional win might just come into this. And of course, we're not streaming Football Manager, then it's out the window. Hi guys, it's me, Tom. We're starting the stream soon. It's going to be really good. So please stick around. I'm desperate for you. Please stay. Please. Okay, I'm not actually that desperate, but okay, I'm lying, I really am. Please stick around. The stream's going to be good, I promise you. There's going to be so much coming up in this stream. But I promise we are going to be starting soon. Although if you are really early, there's a good chance you might actually have to watch this over again another once or maybe 2 times, depending on how quick I get to the stream. So enjoy it again. Hello everyone and welcome back to a TomFM stream. Hope you're all doing well and looking forward to the return of Danijska Streder. It's been about a month, I think, since we last streamed, to be fair, which is actually way more time than I'd planned to have in between streams. It's been very busy December, turns out. A lot going on, which we can talk about and things like that. But I hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all having a lovely start to 2026. Already I'm going to be getting those dates wrong when I'm writing things down, as it happens all the time. But I hope you're all doing well. I hope you had a nice Christmas, nice New Year, nice time celebrating with family. I had too much of a good time doing it. I basically haven't done any work for like a month, and it's been incredible. But it's also now very difficult to get back into things. It's been a sluggish couple of days or so getting back into the swing of things and routine and all that kind of stuff. So I hope you're all well. We'll go over what happened with Danijska Streder. We finished Season 1 about a month ago, and then we are getting back into things right now with the transfer special ahead of Season 2. But essentially, what have I done the last month? So we finished up the last stream about a month ago, right before I was about to go to Bahrain to go and visit Laura's parents. We were there for a week or so, 8-9 days, something like that. And then when we came back, it was like the run up to Christmas, so I had to like get everything ready for Christmas. And then Christmas came around. This Christmas, had a great time. Loved the period of time between Christmas and New Year where no one really knows what day it is. No one knows what time it is. You just eat food, you just drink drinks and play Xbox kind of stuff. New Year came around, had a great time celebrating, took the rest of the week off because Laura's brother from Sweden came over to visit, which was fantastic. Really good to see him and his girlfriend as well. And now we're back into things as well. So it's been a really busy month. Basically, all of the, on the YouTube channel, all of the Glory Hunter challenge was filmed before I went to Bahrain. So I've basically not done an awful lot for the last month, and it's been really nice to just chill out and not think about work and just like relax, sit back, not do anything. For like a complete month almost, pretty much. I mean, I've done bits and pieces in between that kind of thing. Little bits of stuff, but not a whole lot really. And it's been really nice to just relax, especially because it's been a very, very stressful period, I think, with the launch of FM26, because it's just not gone down very well. No one likes the game, and across the board, like everyone's sort of in the Football Manager space, everyone's down views-wise, like across the board in the Football Manager space. And so that was kind of scary. It's a little bit like when it's your livelihood when you're making jobs. When you've got a job about making content about a game that now no one really likes. It's like, oh shit, okay. This is not much fun. So it was quite nice to have that month to just sort of not think about anything at all, and things like that. Like views are about 40% down probably across the board for everyone, which is why Libany, I will not be buying you FM Mobile, I'm afraid, because I've just bought a house and I need to be very sensible with all that kind of stuff. So lower the background audio down slightly, of course we can. Let's drop this down a little. How's that sounding? How's that, hey sir? Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're all right. Welcome into the chat. You've got a burger and you've got a TomFM stream. You love to see it. A great combination of stuff there. What's in the burger? Because I'm Fire Hydrant, also eating a burger. Let's compare burgers here. What have you both got in them? What sauces? What veg? What meats? I want to know all about it. Let me know in the chat. Perfect, you love to see it. Who else in the chat then? Phalanges, hello mate, good to see you, welcome in. Foz WAFC, is that Wigan Athletic Football Club? We'll see, hello mate, good to see you, welcome in. Yugal, hello my friend, with the dancing teddy bear emoji things. They're pretty sweet actually. Welcome my friend, good to have you here. Turkim, hello mate, good to see you. He's ready for the transfer special, good, I'm glad to have you here with us. Gioko is here as well. Hello, mate. Good to have you with us. Neon as well. First stream watching you. Welcome in to the first stream, my friend. Lovely to have you with us as we get ready for the nice Stroll. Let's jump into the game, shall we? Let's jump into things and see what's going on here. So we are here on the 17th of May 2026. We have just finished off the season. And if we look at the league table, we have won the title. It's Dunajska Streda's first ever league title, and we've done it in Season 1, which is incredible. However, we have had a lot of help in this process. Slovan Bratislava have won like 10 titles in a row in real life, and they've somehow come fourth this past season and missed out on European football. Zemplin and Sport Podbrezova have just finished in the top 2 spots, so they get Conference League football. We go into the early qualifying rounds of the Champions League, so that's fantastic for us. If we can make the Champions League phase, we are quids in for the money. Slovan Bratislava miss out on not quite everything yet actually, because there is another round to play, I believe. We'll find this later on. It might not be here at the moment. But actually thinking about it now, I think 4th place does get a spot, or a 4th team does get a spot, but 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th have to play in a playoff system to find out who gets it. So Slovan Bratislava and Spartak Trnava, typically the top 2 teams in this division. Slovan Bratislava number 1, Spartak Trnava always in the top 4. They finished in 5th place. But the real shock is Žilina, who are historically one of the better teams in Slovakia, always in sort of the top 4 as well, qualifying for European football. They have been relegated in Season 1, so we're going to try and raid them a little bit later in the transfer window and hope for the best with these guys, and hopefully we can get a few bargains from them, which would be fantastic. But the main headline is we have won the title, which is the most important thing. So, as we've won the title, we've been given a transfer budget of 1.1 million, which is not a huge amount of money, especially given that we've got £3 million in the finances. But we are dropping money ever so slowly, as this squiggly line kind of indicates. We lost £287,000 this past month. What was that on? Player wages being the most, bonuses, staff wages. So it's player wages. That's the biggest outgo we've got, really. We can't really we want to get better, that's got to go up a little, hasn't it, to be fair? So we need to think about that. If we look at the ins side, though, we made £80,000 from prize money, so that's not there regularly. We won't get any gate money for a while, but merchandise, these things will start to go up a little bit as well, particularly if we get into European football. That TV revenue will go up massively. So European football is a huge thing for us right now. Should do a Merthyr Town save. They're a Welsh club in the English Pyramid. Are they like National League North? Is that where they are? Or South? One of the two. Do we get to recommend transfers? Feel free to drop some transfers, and we'll see if we can get them scouted out. If you think they'll sign for a top division Slovakian club, let me know. Finances are rough in Slovakia. It's not easy, is it? Managing Kamano and Journeyman Save right now. How's it going with them? How are you managing to navigate the division? So that's the kind of money that we've got right now, 1.1 million, which is good fun. Prior to this stream, I was trying to familiarise myself again. It's been a month. Trying to remind myself of what exactly has been happening with this team, essentially. And so I've been looking through the squad. I've been looking through our first team, and I've been trying to put together what I think is a really good team for us to start using, and players that we can start leaving out of the team and starting to sell, for example. There's a lot of players that we actually had at the club who are out on loan this past season who are actually pretty decent players, to be fair. And so a few of them I want to try and bring into the team, a few of them I want to try and get rid of. If we start by looking at the players with expiring contracts, though, essentially all of them can go. Apart from Hertz, I'd quite like to keep Hertz. He was a very good midfielder for us this season. 5 assists, 3 goals in 29 appearances, 27 of them starts. However, he is looking for his options and is potentially going to become a free agent. If we try and offer him a contract right now, enter contract negotiations, he's just not bothered about doing it at the moment. So I don't really think Christian Hertz is going to sign for us, unfortunately. I think we may be losing him, the 4-time capped Slovakian. But all the other guys, Popovic, Taboli, Yapi, this guy who was out on loan this past season, and Nemeth, they're all rubbish. They can all leave the club. They're all eating up a few wages, so off they go, especially Popovic on 1.5k per week. I then looked at players who were coming back from loans. So Leandro Felipe was a backup goalkeeper for us last season. He's Brazilian. And remember, we've got to have this rule right where we can only have 5 non-EU players in the matchday squad. So we can have more than 5 non-EU players, just not in the matchday squad. So it kind of only makes sense for us to have players in the matchday squad who are, only have 5 non-EU players, because they may as well be the best 5 players in the team. So Leandro Felipe is not the best goalkeeper, let alone best non-EU player. So he may be up for being sold at some point, Leandro Felipe, as we look to bring someone else in. There was one guy that has come back from loan that I wasn't really familiar with, but Ivan Dolshek is a really good player. He's been on loan at Dundee United. Now, the issue we may have with him is that I think if we go to his contract and his loan club, they can buy him for £200,000 if they want to as an optional future fee. And as you can see here, he's valued at £400,000 to £900,000. So I think he may be leaving the club. And if that is the case, that is frustrating because we could actually use him quite nicely this upcoming season as a right winger. Decent dribbling, decent finishing, very good composure and good pace as well. He'd be back up, obviously, back up to Durdov, who we signed in January. Bruno Durdov, we're pinning a lot of hopes on this man this upcoming season. 18 years old, right winger, already valued at 1.4 million. How much did we buy him for? We bought him for £600,000. He's already worth more than what we bought him for, which is nice. And has got some very nice attributes. Good with his very good with his left foot, I should say. And good at placing shots and cutting him from the right wing. So he's like the perfect inside forward, which is exactly what we want. So Bruno Durdov is going to be starting ahead of him. There's also Bartol Barisic, who I think back in the day was like a manager wonder kid for a while. Clearly not quite that at the moment, particularly with 10 pace and acceleration, but I think he'd be a pretty decent backup player to Trusa, who was of course our main striker this season with 25 goals in 39 appearances. It does mean that maybe we look to sell Gagawa, who was our backup striker this past season. Did pretty well with 10 goals in 23 appearances. But he's Georgian, which is non-EU, so I think we'd rather probably get rid of him. Like we said, if they are not one of the best 5 players in the team and they're non-EU, then they should probably kind of leave. And then we've got a bunch of players down here that, well, obviously Santos Daiba and the Djukanovic brothers will leave at the end of their loan spells, but there's a few other guys here that I think should probably try and be sold at some point as well. Popovic already leaving the club. He's joining a team that I cannot pronounce there, as you can see, at the end of his contract. So we have a pretty decent side right now. I mean, obviously we won the title, so I'm pretty happy that we're with this team at the moment. But I think there are areas where we can improve. And of course, we are going to improving on the left wing. If you remember back to January, we signed a very good player, and that very good player will be joining us soon. We'll check him out in a second. But how many non-EU players can you have, says Ozzy Johnson? We can have 5 non-EU in the matchday squad. Technically, we can have as many as we want, but in the matchday squad, only 5. So it kind of only makes sense to have 5 players, I would say, non-EU. To make sure we can utilise them, because they can have the 5 starting or 5 on the bench, but only 5 in each matchday squad. And already, actually, we've got Caponazzi at right back. Battiono's got Italian. I think he's Italian as well. Someone's Italian. No, he's only Ivorian, actually. So there's 2 already. Pablo Ortiz, are you the Italian? Someone's Italian. No, he's just fully Colombian. Are we sure? Yeah, just fully Colombian. So that's 3 non-EU players in the starting lineup already. It might be Ramadan, who is Ramadan's also Italian, so he counts as an EU player, which is fine. Although he's going to be dropping to the bench next season anyway. Leandro Felipe, Brazilian. Argentine, Ivan Vaquero. Togo is Oro, but he's also German, so he's all right. So is that 5, excluding Oro? Gagawa there as well, that's 6. We've got the Slovakian goalkeeper there, that would be 7, wouldn't it? And the Montenegrins there, 8 and 9. So there's quite a lot already in the team. So I think we need to get ourselves get rid of a few of them. And if we do find some better ones, they've got to be like head and shoulders above everyone else to sign into the club, essentially. So I wanted to link players for our left, Tom. You know what? If I could, I would. Even Varfolomeev. If I could bring him into the club, I would, but he's too expensive. He's a very good holding midfielder, Ukrainian, so actually that wouldn't help us at all actually with our non-EU player allocation. In fact, who have Lincoln signed at this point? Eric Ring, he'd be quite good to bring in actually. Swedish winger, but again, his valuation is £22,000 to 2.6 million. So I mean that's just not going to work at all. Explain the stream, I'm lost. We're streaming with Dunajska Streda in the Slovakian top division. We got them in a mystery box. We played through the first season, and we are now starting season 2. That's it in a nutshell, basically. Centre-back transfer target. We've got a few centre-backs on the list potentially as well. First time I catch your live stream. Thanks so much for amazing content. Well, good to have you here, my friend. Thanks for dropping by. Ant Ward is here. Long time no see. Good to have you here, my friend. One of your players are making a 5th of my wage budget, so maybe it's not so bad for you. Okay, in terms of, yeah, okay, we've got more money than you, haven't you? I can't remember what team you said you're at now, but you're at one of the Slovakian teams, right? You were at Kamano, that was it. Yeah, fairs. And actually, to be fair, there's one player that I'm thinking we get rid of, and that is Andres Gruber. He's 30 years old. He's worth 1.3 to 1.8 million. He's on £5,000 a week at the moment. And he's unhappy at the club because he's not getting enough game time. He's not going to get any more game time next season for one big crucial reason. And that is the signing of Amara Diouf. We picked him up for £200,000 back in January. He is now going to be joining the club on the 14th of June, which is fantastic. He'll get in here when he turns 18 years old on the 14th of June. And I'm expecting him to be a huge impact on the team. He'll make like a massive impact on the club. He's going to play on the left wing. Very strong right foot, so we'll play him as an inside forward, train him as an inside forward. We could get his pace a bit better. We could get the finishing better. We could get composure better. Determination already at 20, though, is just absolutely perfect. You could not wish for anything better than that. A driven personality, too. Already making caps for Senegal as well, so he's a very good player. I can't believe we've got him, if I'm honest with you. I really can't believe we've got him. The VODs on YouTube, yes, they're on the second channel. If you're on YouTube, link in the description to More TomFM. That's the second channel. More TomFM over there. Thoughts on the Amorim situation? Sorry if it's already been asked. I think, right, let's talk about Ruben Amorim, shall we? Before we get into much more. Because I thought it might be asked. He has been sacked here as well in football. When did he go? Man United. Look at their club history. Look at their managers. They sacked him on the 21st of March 2026. Just over a year and a half almost actually after his reign of terror at Manchester. I think it's a really weird decision, if I'm honest with you. I think it's a really strange decision for them to do it now. I understood it like start of the season maybe, or the back end of last season when things were just terrible. But right now they're over halfway through the season. They're in the European places with quite a few injuries, right? I thought they just won the Premier League title. No, they have their 7th place in the Arsenal won the title there. But I mean, it just seems like a really weird situation. I don't know why they're doing it right this moment in time. Obviously, I don't think it's not to do with the results. It must be to do with like a clash of personalities, because I really don't understand that they've got rid of him. It just does not seem like the logical thing to do, but everything you have to do is illogical, isn't it? Let me know what you think in the chat. Didn't like what he had to offer in the press conference. Well, I mean, if that's your only reason, that is just so petty, though, isn't it? That's so petty for that to be a thing, if that's what they've done it for. I don't get it. Thoughts on the fact Lincoln aren't playing again until the 17th? It's frustrating, isn't it? I mean, to be fair, I'm going to miss it right now. But I think we deserve a rest, actually, after the Christmas period. We have lots of busy games. So a nice rest will do the squad some good, actually. And hopefully we'll get a few new players in to sort of help settle things, and they'll get bedded into the team pretty quickly, to be fair. Didn't check FM26 after release. Is it playable now? Definitely more playable than launch. 100%, yeah. 100%. Apparently the director of football asked him to change his formation and Amorim lost his head. Well, understandable. Why is the director of football asking him that? It's stupid. I just think it's a really weird decision, personally. Happy New Year, James. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Good to have you here with us. Good to have you here with us. Right, I think we're all caught up then. We know the situation with the league table. We know we've got 1.1 million. We know about the squad. We've talked about that. We've spoken about players that may be leaving. We're going to try and raise some money by selling a few of our fringe players as well, although there aren't too many of them worth a lot of money, so I don't think we're going to get much at all. This guy, you're valued at maybe £500,000. You're on loan at a club in Hungary right now, though. No option to buy, though, which is quite nice, so that's handy. We've got 28 days until the transfer window opens, but that doesn't mean we don't have to wait until then to start making bids and start getting players into the team. Board would like to discuss the long-term vision. Okay, so they want us to be competitive in the Champions League and work within the wage budgets. That's fine by me. I'm not quite sure what that actually means, competitive in the Champions League. Doesn't really say, does it? Well, that's fine. We'll be the judge of that, won't we? End of season review. We didn't win the league. We won the league, didn't win the cup, didn't win the Conference League. That was a real miss. I think we should have got a lot further in the Conference League than we did. We got knocked out in the playoff round, didn't we? But I feel like we should have got further than that. Discuss plans for next season with the squad. Welcome to the squad meeting, everyone. I'd like to talk about winning the league next season. It's been a great season, and you've done well to win the title. Let's go back because let's go and get rested because we're going to come back next season and try and do it all over again. They seem pretty happy with that, the direction I was looking for, and I won't talk about anything else because I don't want to set up the wrong expectations for the Champions League. I want to double check what round we go into the Champions League next season. If we look at the rules. Oh, literally the first qualifying rounds. So we have to get through the first qualifying round, second qualifying. So we've got to get 4 qualifying round games, essentially. That's a lot. That is a lot. Until FM27 comes out or we win the Champions League, whatever comes first, I'm afraid. Whatever comes first. Which might be FM27, to be fair, because this is going to be difficult, especially with the rate we stream at. Also, I want to see, it's not showing me. If I look at Slovan Bratislava's fixtures. Oh, I guess they've not scheduled it yet, then that's probably why it's not showing us. But I want to know who's like going to win the European spots, the final European spot out of those next 4 teams. I'd quite like it for it not to be Slovan Bratislava, but for the sake of the safe file and us getting further in European football, we need teams that are going to do well in Europe, and Slovan Bratislava will do the best. So it'd be quite nice to see them actually get into the Conference League and go quite far in the Conference League. At least I'm pretty sure that's how it should be working. We'll double check things in a little bit. But as I was saying, we've got 26 days until the transfer window opens. It doesn't mean we can't not put bids in for players right now. We've got Amara Diouf, who is set to sign for the club, so actually we can remove him from the shortlist. And then we've got a few other players that we were thinking about maybe signing that we like the look of. We've got Saba here, who plays for Dinamo Tbilisi, although he's got no interest in signing for us right now. If we go and we can approach to sign him, and he doesn't want to sign for us, which is understandable because I don't think this is the most ambitious club for him to go to. So Saba will not be signing for us, but we'll keep him on the shortlist just in case. Roy Torres is a player that I'm really interested in. Now, on paper, he does not look great. However, I have seen in multiple save files, he gets caps for Spain. So I feel like he must have a very good potential ability on him, particularly with that the 20 determination. So I am pretty interested in trying to sign him, even if it ends up being a bit of a flop. He's valued between 70 and 700,000 pounds, which is not great. We've obviously asked his agent at some point. We can't talk to his agent right now. What does it say here? He's extremely doubtful about signing for us. But I'd quite like to get him, which would be quite good. First game of the spring part of the season, the banger, DAC versus Slovan Bratislava, 2nd of February. Oh, that's exciting. Ooh. I'm tempted to go to it, he says. After saying earlier in the stream, I need to stop going to games abroad because I've bought a house now. But it's tempting. Roy Torres, make an offer. He's got a release fee clause of £325,000. So that's the maximum we need to go to, £325,000. I think we could probably get it done for less than that, though. If we go £150,000, what do they say to that? Oh, okay. £150,000. They then want 92 or 160, 92 down the line. Arrange a friendly, profit from next sale. Let's remove. Oh, I didn't remove and exclude, did I? If we should go to 200 up front, get rid of those. Get rid of that. 205. £205,000 feels like a pretty decent bid, if I'm honest with you. Congrats on the engagement. Should visit me in Almaty before you get married. We can cuddle and watch Kaya out. Sounds like a plan to me, my friend. Sounds like a plan. Right, Roy Torres, the bid has been accepted. Fantastic work. It's a bit of a gamble. We're taking on the 20-year-old fullback here. If we compare him to Capanadze, I mean, we do need a backup right back anyway because we haven't got one on the bench right now. No sub-2 spotsman filled. If we compare you to Roy Torres, Capanadze is so much better already. This could be actually a very silly. No, it's not silly unless he wants like £5,000 a week. And coming from Spain, he might want £5,000 a week. Enter contract negotiations. Let's say squad player. Oh, he says he wants regular stuff. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. I feel like I don't want to give someone... Chat, what are we saying here? This feels like a rather silly deal. We just looked at how bad he is in comparison to Capanadze. If he wanted like £1,000 a week, I'd be happy with that. But 3.4 does not seem like a sensible deal to me. Runaway, no deal. Yeah, I think maybe you are correct there, chat. Alright. Let's cancel the negotiations. Sword suddenly at the last second. He's one for the future, go for it. But I just don't think the wages are worth it. I think I'm going to side with John and Forza Ryan here. But Ozzy Johnson now is saying he's a gem and chat is split. Have I been to Slovakia before? No, actually, never been. But I'd love to go at some point. Okay. We're going to do something here. Now, this is the website that my friend uses, and he uses it for quite literally every big life decision in his life. And he says it takes the decision making out of it for him, and he just does what this tells him to. So we're going to freeoracle.com, and I'm going to say, should we sign Roy Torres for 3.4k per week? Yes or no? Oh, it says yes. Now, that would be enough for my friend to be like, yeah, I'm doing it. I don't know how much I agree with that, if I'm honest with you. Well, look. Can we just get the wage down? Let's negotiate first, shall we? 2.6. Get rid of the yearly wage rise. 3.2. I reckon we can get that down to 2.7. Okay, we can't argue with the Oracle. 2.7 is much better as well. If we just play him every week, week in, week out, Look, I'm doing this because I've seen him play for Spain in other Football Manager games that I've got in other save files. So that is my thinking behind all of that. I hope I'm correct with it. I hope I'm correct. Right. And now he's here to join us as well. Oh, wow. Okay, fairs. That was quick. We'll accept it then. Roy Torres is going to be our first signing of the summer when the transfer window actually opens. Could be a turning point because Slovan Bratislava in crisis, even though we're in the autumn part of the league. The game in February tells a lot about the rest of the season. I assume Slovan Bratislava are still top of the table though, aren't they? So, £200,000 spent of our £1.1 million budget, £900,000 left. Just got 2 achievements there as well. Your team scored the most goals in a season, and we conceded the fewest goals. And I mean, I feel like how's that not happened before at some point? I don't know. But we'll take those achievements. That's quite nice. We've been paid. We have paid out £67,000 to the squad and backroom staff for winning the league. Fantastic. Trusa wins top goal scorer. Players are named in Team of the Year. Who was in Team of the Year then? Oh, literally everyone. Almost. Oh no, I was thinking all these with the same kit, but they're not actually, because I think this must be Sport Pop. No, who do you play for? Zemplin. I can't remember the team name. So we've got a few Zemplin players in there as well, but Bartel's at the back for us. El Kandusi, Ramadan, Trusa, Gruber. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Fairs. There's 4 players for us and 4 players for Zemplin. That's quite impressive, actually, for Zemplin to get 4 players in there. Yeah, I saw them have a great conference league, to be fair. In-game editor not enabled in this, no. Tax bill of £675,000. Commercial summary has given us a boost, though. We brought in more money there. Looks like we've got a sponsorship of £400,000. Oh, just one sponsor, £400,000. Okay. But in comes that money to take us up to £3.2 million in our bank account, which is quite nice. New scouting budget, £83,000. I think we'll adjust that, though, a little bit because we want to try and get a bit further, don't we? So we've got £950,000 left in our transfer budget. If we go to the scouting budget, in fact, what we should do first is go to recruitment. Our scouting range, we've put Europe on there. That's 20k a month. Let's go Central Europe and adjust this scouting budget to the 107. There we go. And then we should be able to scout players through Central Europe. Oh, let's look at the DMs as well. Okay, clear all. I don't even know where to start at the moment in terms of what we're looking for. We've got a good team already, haven't we? And we've got a very good young team. I was writing a few of the bits down earlier, actually. So we've got Mateta Pep, who's 19. Durdov, who is 18. Blaszko, who's 19. We've got Bationa, who's 20. And then, of course, Amara Diouf coming in, who will be 18 years old as well. So we've got a really good young core of players that we want to try and build around. So actually, it's kind of like the I've got a decent striker and true set. Like, we've got decent players all over the place. I don't know what to do. I don't know which players to bring in and which players to not bring in. We should just try and get scouting around, see who the best players available are, and go from there probably. Don't know if you'd recently tried to rebuild Partizan, but Partizan showed some great youngsters to dethrone at Red Star Belgrade. Okay, that's a good thought to do. I need some good narrative points though. What, have Red Star Belgrade won the title the last 5 seasons? Do they need putting in their place? I need to know some of this. Oh, you're in Finland. I mean, travelling to Finland for a match is pretty impressive, to be fair. But to go there and watch them lose is frustrating. I feel for you. I'm jealous, though. I'd love to do that as a Lincoln City fan one season. Oh, Red Star have won the league title 10 years in a row. That's pretty mad, to be fair. Surely that seems crazy. That's pretty impressive, to be fair. So, 12 players called up for international duty, by the way. 12 internationals in the team. It must be a lot of like kids playing for like Slovakia under 18s. If the game ever wants to bring me back here. Right, I was waiting for the 1st of June because 1st of June we can now start to look for players with expiring contracts within a month, right? James, good to see it. Thank you very much for the 3 months of channel membership. You love to see it. What did I get for Christmas? What did I get for Christmas? Got a nice jacket. Plenty of chocolates and sweets, which is maybe saying something about my taste. I've got lots of jelly tots here, and that kind of stuff. A couple of books, things like that. It was nice. It was good. It was chilled out, to be fair. How about you? So 12 players called up. Yeah, Hungary under 21s, Slovakia under 21s, Slovakia under 19s, Syria, Montenegro, although Montenegros will be leaving us because they go back to their parent clubs, and under 18s for Slovakia. So mostly youth kids, to be fair. But that's a good shout for us, though, because it's good to know that we've got some good young players coming up through the team. Don't know who you are. You're no good, though, so you can leave the club. Hertz, do you want to talk about a contract with me yet? Oh, he does want to talk about a contract now. Great. So he's currently on 1.8 grand a week. If we say squad player, he wants a regular starter. He's not going to like that. We'll say it. Oh, he wants a huge... He's not going to play a lot of games. I'm not going to do you a big pay rise. Hertz might actually have to leave the club here, to be fair. I'm going to cancel that. We'll come back to him when he's a bit more desperate about maybe wanting to sign. To try and get his wages down a little bit. I don't want to pay him any more than we're paying him right now, to be fair. So what gaps have we got in the first team right now? We've got the right back coming in. Sub 7's a centre midfielder. Sub 9's an attacking midfielder. Okay, so attacking midfielder, centre midfielder are the 2 areas that we need to look at right now. Karol Blaszko and maybe Batiano are the weak links in the team at the moment in terms of current ability at 2.5 stars. But I've got faith that they will improve quite significantly, so I don't want to rush them out of a team. Maybe another striker. I don't know how much I trust Trusa, even though he got 25 goals last season. He did seem to be quite hit and miss, to be fair. Rowan, thank you very much for the raid, my friend. Good to have you here. Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a good Christmas and New Year. And we can start to think about sell those players as well, can't we? But before we do that, got £4,500 a week in wages to spend. I really do think we should sell Gruber on his £5 grand a week contract. I think that really is something we should look to do. But we can now look for players expiring in the next month in terms of their contracts. But we have to remember, in fact, what I might do here. Nationality, we'll just say EU national. And does that, so that will come up with like Jonathan Silva, who has got EU nationality as well. Good, okay. So this will just show us everyone, even with a second nationality of European, which is fantastic. That's what we want to see. But I'm not liking the £9,000 a week that Lucas Gergic is on here, because I thought he could be someone we could bring into the team. If we go to wages, contracts, general wage is at most, we'll say, to be safe, we'll go £4,000 a week. And then we'll see who is available and who may want to join the club. My eyes have been drawn to the 4.5 stars of potential here on Dennis Colander. But he's a centre midfielder, can play the attacking midfield, so he could be the backup to Mateta Pepper. But he's not natural there. Can cover out wide if needs be. I'm just not liking the lack of dribbling, the lack of tackling for either centre midfielder. Well, it's more holding midfielder, to be fair, isn't it? We look for a holding midfielder, or he's just not the right. He's not natural in those areas, so he's probably not the guy we should be looking at, to be fair. Unfortunately. What about this Austrian guy, 25 years old, at St. Pölten? Oh, he's probably not how you say it. Krasniki, good name. More of a playmaker. And to be fair, we do need more of the backup to be more of a deep line playmaker, actually, because we've got more holding midfielders, or more like defensively minded midfielders, and more playmaker would be quite good, to be fair. Predictions for the West Ham v Forest game. I agree with Pickster. I think there'll be a lot of goals, and I think Forest will win it, personally. Save's going well. We won the league title. Now we're playing through summer to try and sign some players. Again, I don't think this guy's really the right guy for us. Who's in the team at the moment that's sort of ahead of him? Zabukovnik. If we compare you with... Mark Zabukovnik. There we go. Oh. Well, apparently he is miles better than Zabukovnik. Because he's in the blue, right? Is that correct? Finishing... Oh, no, it's the other way around. Zabukovnik is miles better than him. Okay, well, that's good to know. That seemed counterintuitive, right? Did it? Mark Zabukovnik. Oh, no, I guess they are pointing towards Zabukovnik, even though he's in the yellowy, greenish colour, and that's... yeah. If the colours were the other way around, it would make a lot more sense, probably, but I do understand. Okay. So given that he's nowhere in the ballpark as Zabukovnik, there's no point trying to sign him right now. But these are just players who have got contracts expiring. There's 4,000 players on this list, potentially, that we could be bringing in. So if we just sort of filter it by attacking midfielder first and foremost... Have I got a custom view? No, I don't have a custom view for this. Because it'd be nice to, like... What attributes are we really looking for here? Attacking midfielder and a pressing centre midfielder. Although more the attacking midfielder, because we have possession quite a lot of the time. So things like off the ball, passing, technique. So if we add... in fact, if we just look for similar players to Mateta Pepper, confirm that. We get these three guys who are coming up, which has ignored my wage demands here, actually, hasn't it? Because Kokchu comes up, Fabian Ruiz comes up, and then these two blokes come up as well. What is it actually searching for here? It's looking for at least 15 in those. Okay, well, let's drop it down to 14. And then add in the condition of, first of all, nationality being European Union. And then add in general... Sorry, no, it's not that. It's on the contract wage. We'll just say $5,000, shall we? And then we get a few more players coming up which look a little bit more interesting, although they are all over 30, basically. I'd like someone a bit younger than that. Although you are very good in some areas, and then, quite frankly, abysmal in other areas. Hello, Woj. Good to see you, mate. Christmas was very good, thank you. How was yours? We're going to compare you. You're apparently a very similar player to Rabi Mateta Pepper. Mateta Pepper is better, but we only need you to be backup, really, don't we? We only need you to be backup. On an amateur contract as well. Maybe this is a play here. He wants quite a lot of money per week, though. I'll tell you what, I'll add him. He's on the shortlist now, actually, apparently. If we drop those to 13. But then we've got a few youngsters here that could be interesting for us. You're on loan from Lech Poznan. This Polish 21-year-old. He looks quite good, actually. 6 goals, 3 assists this past season. Valued quite highly, though. That might be the issue. If we compare him to Mateta Pepper, I'm still confident Mateta Pepper is the better player, but I think Zuba, Woj, I think you can speak Polish. How we pronounce it's Maximilian, right? Maximilian Zuba. Zuba, I think. Pleasant and chill, to be fair. Made projects for uni as well, so rather okay there. Good. Sound like a good little Christmas period for you. Castellanos is a great striker, like a lot in Spain. Hopefully he does something for them to turn things around, because they need it, don't they? Although Bowen will save them, won't he? Jared Bowen always does. Got it right on the third try. Zuba. Maximilian Zuba. I like him. I like the look of him. How much does he do the Poznan want for him? Oh, we can't talk to an agent. That's a short list for 6 months. We'll say that, shall we? He is the affordable one there, though, as well, because Marco at Vojvodina is up to 3.7 million, and then this guy at Osijek is 7.4 million. So I don't think they are options, sadly. We've got a 19-year-old here at Volendam. He's Turkish. Could be 16k, could be 2 million. Amazing. But you do look good as well. Physically, not so much, but... Ooh. Can you still hear me? I think so. I just kicked a wire and it all went a bit mental there. The physicals are letting him down a little bit here. Ben Armour. If we were going to compare him to the Polish guy we just saw, again they're pretty similar. If we change that to Mateta Pepper. Again, Mateta Pepper better, so he'd still start, but we've got a very good backup option there. Has he got an agent? He does. How much? 210 to 2.1. It doesn't really help us, does it, to be fair? But he does want less than wages, maybe. So I think he's also added to the transfer, whatever it's called, shortlist. But Xavi Dawes might not cost us anything. The issue is that he's probably the weakest of the three. If we're going to compare him to Mateta Pepper. Yeah, Mateta Pepper head and shoulders better. So it's one of those two that we've just seen. That I think might be good to go for. We could do with a more holding midfielder, although not a playmaker. It's more like a box-to-boxy type, to be fair. So maybe not you anyway. what I want to do is scout out all of these players. Scout players. Give me something. I don't really want to sign like the 30-year-olds. You're 22. We want to sign... We'll scout you out anyway, why not? And this guy at... We'll scout out the younger guys. Wonderful. Right. Clear everything. Because now I want to find a similar player to Mark Zabukovnik, who is also... I like how the players that come up are Thomas Partey, Nico Gonzalez, Alexander Pavlovic, and I don't know who his guy is actually, to be fair, but he's 32 years old, so I don't want to sign him. And these are all way out our transfer budget as well. Players' interest, we should probably actually go to transfer only, doubtful. And then it's just the guy from Reykjavik, okay. So let's drop some of these attributes to 12. And add a condition where we've got the... Why am I just like missing it? Oh, it's nationality up here, isn't it? EU national, and then add on the wages as well, which is under contracts, general wage. 5 grand. So we've only got one guy already scouted out here, and he's worth quite a bit. But everyone else looks more affordable, to be fair. No youngsters here. You know what? Let's just take out 35, 33, 32, 34. Let's just scout all these guys out. And hope for the best. Marco was a beast on FM from Vojvodina, such a great AMC. I think he was the guy that was up to 3-4 million there, wasn't he, I think? Little Ruster, hello mate, good to see you, welcome in. How you doing, mate? Welcome in. Good to have you here. Metu is an option. Emilian Metu. Mentu is also an option. If we could maybe... I don't think he'd sign for us, though. Kashitse. 23 years old, Austrian. Let's get a scout report. I don't think Mentu would want to sign for us from HJK. He's a very good midfielder. And always ends up pretty good. If we go and ask the agent about availability, yeah, he's not interested. Doubts over the level of infrastructure and standard of living in the country. Well, that's just uppity from him, I think. That's just uppity. Any signings so far, mate? None that have joined the club just yet, but we've got some on the table. Amara Diouf is going to be joining us. And Roy Torres, who's a right back from a club in Spain. Intercity, I think it is. I believe. So let's hope these scout reports come back pretty quickly and we get an idea of how good some of these players are, and we can really then start to think about putting some bids in for some of them. As long as they're not too expensive. But we could be about to cash in on some money here. Because Gruber is wanted by Saudi outfit Al Tawoon. A bid worth up to 1.3 million. I think if we've got that kind of money offered for us for Gruber, we take it. We'll take it. He's the biggest earner of the club. And he's not going to get as much game time next season as he would have wanted, because Durdov's going to take it on that right wing instead. So I'm happy to let him go. Right. Luka Verbanic is a star player at this level. Oh, he does look good, doesn't he? He also looks way older than 20 as well, by the way. So much older than 20. I'm 28 and I look younger than him. It's just unfair because I just can't grow any facial hair. I do like this guy a lot, actually. He could... the reason why is probably at the 7.8 million, though, isn't he? I don't think he'd want to join us, would he? Oh, he would, but we haven't got the money for him, though. So, Verbanic, No. Off the table. Rip in pieces. Maximilian, though, good player for the division, could improve a lot. Suggests he's got some decent potential behind him. He's still my favourite, I think, to try and bring into the club. Marco, though, is better. Release fee clause of 2.3 million. He's only just signed a new contract 6 months ago at the club. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get him. Yeah, it's £2.3 million or nothing. We haven't got that sort of money, so it's still Maximilian leading the charge there. You're leading lower division, so let's not bother with you. Good for this division, star player in the future. Let's compare you with Maximilian. Oh, you're better than Maximilian. A little bit older, though, that's the thing. You're a little bit older. So maybe Maximilian has got more to grow and could get better. We don't necessarily need a set-piece specialist, although it would be nice to have. But remember, this guy, they're only going to be bench players because Mateta Pep is still going to be number one. Okay. You are not really the player we need, you're not natural. So actually I'm going to ignore you for now, although you are the cheapest of the options. And maybe the best suitor because of that. But we need a good team, don't we? And then then we start getting to deeper options, I think. I think you're a deeper option playing for Toon, aren't you? Because you're 22. You're not natural CDM, not natural AMC. So either way, we don't want you. And then we get to the CDMs. So I think Maximilian. Let's start making bids for him. I'm going to say. And let's just go up to £150,000, they suggest. They're coming back and want £600,000 in total. What if we said £400,000? They would take £400,000. Okay. And just for the sake of argument, was it you we were looking at as well? Yeah, I think it was you. Yeah. 450 to 1.4 million. They want to bring that down any? Oh, he won't actually sign for us. Does not want to join due to the level of infrastructure and standard of living in the country. Well, screw you then, Michael. You literally live next door in the Czech Republic, so I feel like it can't be that different. But maybe he just hates Slovakia, who knows. Okay, well, Maximilian then might be the man we're going to go for then. We can't afford you, I'm afraid. It's 2.3 million or nothing apparently there, so that's frustrating. Yeah, it's not like Mlada Boleslav is any better than the outskirts of Bratislava. Exactly. Let's wait for all the scout reports to come back on the more CDMs, and then we'll try and look at them all together on the actual screen. What am I talking about? On the player database screen. We've still got a few more players to come back, but we're getting an idea of who the better ones are now. And sadly, it's the guys who are a bit more expensive, but that could be okay. Right. Lech Poznan accepted a £400,000 bid for Maximilian. He's got doubts about negotiating. And they're estimating £3,700 a week to £5,000 a week. So this could be an issue here. Squad player. He's happy with that. But I'm not making a squad player the second highest earner at the club. I'm afraid it might not work out here. £2,000 a week. Remove and exclude. Let's take it down to 2.5. Yeah, it's not going to work. Okay. Well, we're going to have to go back to the drawing board there. When it all of that for nothing, it feels like. It's frustrating when that happens, isn't it, Football Manager? Anyway, the transfer window does officially open in a couple of days' time, and Amara Diouf and Roy Torres will be joining us there, which is amazing. So I'm looking forward to that. Hungarian president will invest in your transfers, so feel free to spend the money. That's also true. You know, hopefully he wants to help us out here a little bit. Give me a save that's licensed team in Europe on console, and also some tips that to make me not quit the save due to boredom. How about you do Denise Stredder as well with me? Because they are, we're having fun with them, and you can play along with us. But also, the best way to do it, I'd say, is you're on YouTube, right? Link in the description. Go to Surprise Shirts and let them choose for you. Get the shirts. They've got a Foot Manager box, which give you a team that is based in the game, or in the default version of the game. So on console, it's great, and they just choose the team for you. It's very handy. Right, 2 new signings have been confirmed here. Welcome to the team, Roy Torres. The board do not like that signing at all. And somehow, Amara Diouf is only a C-. Do they not understand what his potential ability is? Because he is literally one of the best wonder kids in Football Manager. I can't believe I actually got him, to be fair. Oh, that's a lot of shipping fees, to be fair, $100. That is a lot of shipping fees. I understand that. Hert's been offered a contract by Clermont Foot. Fair play. Off you go, fella. We're not going to be able to match their contract offer. He wanted like $4 grand from us. We can't give him that. What we can do is drop Capanadze to the bench and then bring Roy Torres as a starting right back. And then it means dropping Gruber off the bench here. Dropping Ramadan to the bench, and then bringing Amara Diouf. Where is he? Has he gone to under 19s? Why have you put him there? Move to senior squad, first team. Amara Diouf. Why can I still not see him? Amara, where are you? Down there. Right, get yourself on the pitch. You're our starting left wing of this upcoming season. He's going to be fantastic for us. Especially if we can qualify for the Champions League. He will really improve by playing against some really decent sides in the Champions League. As long as we make European football of some kind, he'll be fantastic. And actually, looks like we might have some European football coming up very soon, because next week, in a few days' time, we've got to start registering players for it. So that's going to be interesting. Try to scout South America. Out of our range right now, the finances, I'm afraid. Can't quite reach South America just yet. Although we did get, I think we did sign a player from South America. I'm not quite sure how he came up in the scout reports, but he did. Right. Okay. News items then. So, training schedule. Angers declaring interest in Gruber. Look, the transfer window should be open for some places. Maybe you have to wait until the 1st of July actually for that to happen for some, because I don't think the Saudi transfer window opens until the 1st, and they were interested in him, so we'll just hold off a little longer for now. Continental qualifiers. Interesting here. So Kamano qualified for the Europa League. Did they win the cup or something? They won the cup. They won the Slovnaft Cup. Okay. So that's really interesting. So none of the big teams, other than us, I suppose, are in Europe next season. I really hope someone makes it to a league phase, but I have no faith in any of these teams to get through their qualifying rounds and make it. So there we go. England and France clinch the highest coefficient spots for the Champions League. Homegrown players for the Champions League. We've got Blajek, Trusa, and a few other guys down here. I mean, a lot of them are like in the under-19 squad, so I think we should be okay for homegrown players in the Champions League. Yapi's going to leave the club. Ujpes wants him. That's fine. Enjoy him. Slovak football at its finest. It's funny how some Colombian Uruguayan players from like 200, 300k, and they have huge potential. Yeah. It's very handy, isn't it, when they are so cheap and they're so good. Surprise shirt. Can I ask them for a lower league in the UK? You can do. They typically don't send you a team from the country that you're based in. unless you specifically ask for it, I believe. But they are good. Started to save with surprise shirts thanks to you. More than that, I've done a game VC on my own with Max Play FM because I started to watch your videos. Mate, that's sick. Hopefully you got it before like RAM prices went crazy. But that's I've not had the confidence to build my own. I've had someone else build it for me. But in fact, they would pick the parts. I didn't do any of it. I'm very untechnical. I just asked my friend who's very good, and he said, "Yep, this is what you need." And we ordered the parts to his house. He built it. I watched him build it, and I took it home. And that was a few years ago now. Could do with maybe an upgrade or two potentially at some point, but not with the RAM prices where they currently are. Want to do a road to glory from the UK? Yeah, if you put like, you can leave a note for them and things like that, and say that's what you want to do potentially. So that might be. I'm sure they'll be very willing to accommodate that. Oh, Blashko now a homegrown as club player. That's very handy for our Champions League hopes of homegrown players in the Champions League. It's now the 21st. We didn't actually have to register anyone, did we? I'm not quite sure what that means. Was that just saying these players are now homegrown? I don't know. Durdov's language can now speak good Slovakian. That's good. That'd be good for him to settle into the team a little more, won't it? Also, I realised what I should have done as well. Is go back to recruitment. So we've got a lot of these guys. Yeah, a few more players have jumped in here as well. Let's scout you out. Right. I'm thinking, on the grounds that you are £28,000 per week, most transfer value, your contract must be about to expire. It is. Deep line playmaker. What do we play on the other side? A DM. Yeah, it's a DM in and out of possession. Okay. You can do DM. We're only looking for a backup player there. We're going to compare you to Mark Zabukovnik. Yeah, you're certainly only a backup player at best here. But that's kind of what we need. And if you're free, it helps us out massively. Can you bring the wages down? He says 2.3k per week. That's doable. We can work with that. Fringe player. That's kind of worrying. 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. There we go. He's agreed to that. How much better are you? Recently viewed Fame. You are better, but not massively. He wants a lot of money. 5.7. Okay, so I'm afraid we're not going to be able to afford you. And you're playing for NEC between 90 and 900,000 pounds a week on 4.3 grand a week. I feel like you're going to just be way more expensive. Yeah, massively so. So we won't be doing that then. And how do you compare to their basic? I think Fane is literally the best guy we've got available to us right now. 5 grand a week our highest earners on at the moment. This guy's at Trenching. Oh, you do actually look quite good, you know. But I can see why he's valued fairly highly. Like if we're going to compare him, in fact, if we can actually compare him to Mark Zabukovnik. Zabukovnik's better, but only by a little bit. He's not worth spending £500,000 on. They're looking at the comparison. Actually, I wouldn't spend £500,000 on him, so we could ignore that. Okay. So players across all positions now, because I think we've got some players coming in, haven't we? In the areas that we want. Who's got like the best potential ability here? You're 20 years old at Stuttgart right now. Attacking midfielder. Okay, that's what we could do with. We could do an attacking midfielder / CM. You're at Stuttgart, £2 a week. How do you compare to Raby Mateta Pepper? The answer's not as good. However, if you were like wanting to have a reasonable contract, I wouldn't mind having you as a backup to him. Who wants him? Lamont. How much does he want in the wages? 3.5. We can't be doing that kind of money. We're good in terms of balance, bank balance. We've got about £3 million in the bank account at the moment. But we don't know a huge... As you can see here, we've got... in fact, we're overspending on wages right now. It's just behind us. I can click on it here. We're overspending on wages by £700 a week. And that will change in a week's time when we start to lose some players, to be fair. But the wages are the issues. Got plenty of transfer budget, £1 million to be spending. These are all players that have got their contract expiring. Oh, before I sign Jonathan Silva, I need to just add in nationality, EU national. And Jonathan Silva actually does stay there. Who wants him? Oh, Reims wants him. That means they're going to offer him a ton of money, though. I mean, I wouldn't say no to Jonathan Silva. Oh, but he wants about £10 a week. Okay, so Jonathan Silva will not be signing for us, sadly. Young right back. No, we've already got a young right back in, haven't we? Let's push forwards. I want to try start selling players, but I don't think we can really start doing that until the 1st of July, when like we know everyone's transfer window is going to be open 1st of July. Ours opens a bit earlier compared to others. Saying that, we've got a few bids coming in right here. Dolcek and Redzic. Oh my word! And how many jobs? Hang on a second. Brighton, West Ham, AC Milan, Rayo Vallecano, and Sevilla all want me. I'm afraid this is all about Denise Castreda, but that's mental. They've all come in at the exact same time there, by the way. What has just happened in the world? Has there been some sort of apocalypse, but only for managers of kind of like mid-table? I say mid-table. AC Milan are a very good team. Why are they? Have they just literally just all sat? Why are they sacking their managers right now? If we look at their news, it doesn't actually tell me anything about it. No, I don't know why they sacked their... How long? When was he sacked? Club history, managers. He was sacked over a month ago. The 26th of May. It's now the 25th of June. Why? I guess no one's applied for them, and they've had no one. Okay, maybe it's the same for all of them. Sevilla. When did they sack their manager? Oh, the interim's only just left the club. Okay. I'm going to say, surely you've not waited 6 months to get a new manager in. But no, the interim's in charge. Alvaro Negredo, by the way. Did not realise like he was... What a... Other World Cup, maybe, potentially, but... They were waiting for after the World Cup. Who won the World Cup? It was won by no one yet, because it's still going on. fact, the group stage is still being played, so it's not the World Cup. Well, we're going to decline them all, obviously, like I say, but I do not understand why that's just happened. Hello, good to see you. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Right, Ivan. Oh, you didn't join. Well, that's good news. I was convinced this guy was going to join Dundee United because he had a £200,000 release fee clause to them. But they said no, despite playing incredibly well for them last season. No, I'd rather keep him, to be fair. So I'm going to reject a £500,000 bid for him. Redzic, I think I might accept, though. Redzic played some good football for us. I say good football. He started 5 games, 9 substitute appearances. Drops down the pecking order this season. Can we get a bit more money for him? I like how they've got a buyback clause of 15 million. We'll leave it in there because we're not going to buy him back at all, are we? Profit from next sale, I'm going to get rid of that because I don't think they're going to sell him for a huge profit. I want 150 up front. I want... Get rid of the league goals as well and winning that division. I'm going to, in fact, get rid of that. I'm going to add in 2 installments of... Oh, £50,000. Okay, let's see what they say. It's £100,000 over 2 installments, 50k each. Suggest... Oh, they said no. Well... Doesn't always work out, does it? He's now upset that he can't move. Let us talk about market value. Oh, he didn't like that. I thought that I'd have the option there to like talk about how much we could sell him for, but apparently not. Okay, well that's fine. That's okay. But now we know we can start offering players out, actually, so let's start doing that, shall we? Gruber is wanted by the Saudi Arabian club. Their window doesn't open yet, I don't think. We could do it, though. Ask Age about market interest. He's got... I've got offers worth 1 million and 1 million. Between 1 million and 1 million, so it's £1 million then. Bring those offers in for Gruber, please. You're leaving on loan, so are you, because you're on loan at this moment, I should say. Saboli, transfer. We want to sell him. No one wants him at the moment, even though it does literally say that he's... Oh, end of his contract. Oh, he's going to leave it in his contract, that's fine. Should have looked across. Hertz is leaving it in his contract. Yappy is as well. We need to wait for those 2 to come back, those 3 to come back from their loan spells before we can start offering them out. Your contract's about to expire, as is yours. Udvarosh. Maybe we just get you out on loan, maybe. Transfer. Offer on... Sorry, loan. As a regular starter. Played 6 games for us last season. Needs more than that, to be fair. And then Redzic and Gagawa. Yeah, Redzic can go for me. Ask Age about market interest. Only 60 grand? I think we can negotiate more than 60 for Redzic. And then Gagawa as well. I'm kind of interested to see what we could get for you in the market. No one wants it at the moment. Transfer, offer via transfer room. Unspecified, but transfer list him. And see what comes back. Any new players in yet? Yes, Amara Diouf to play on the left wing. He signs from Generation Foots for £200,000. And then for £205,000, Roy Torres comes in as a right back. So only 2 transfers at the moment. We're working on a couple more to come in. This midfielder hopefully will be joining us on a free transfer very soon. We've got bids coming in for Redzic of £78,000, non-negotiable. Crap, we already shipped the bed, didn't we, the last one? I'll accept both of those for now. Gruber's got offers coming in for £1 million from Saudi Arabia, but £900,000 potentially rising to more. Okay, we'll accept both of these. I suspect he'll take the Saudi offer because they'll give him more money, but they are nice. Nice offers to be having. First time I've seen you live. Hello, mate. Good to see you. Welcome into the live streams. Hopefully you've seen all these videos of the Nice Castrator on the second channel to get you all caught up. If you've never seen this stream before, you can get caught up on the second channel at TomFM. At TomFM, that's me. More TomFM, that's what it is. Sorry, on YouTube. More TomFM's the second channel where we post the live stream highlights up on there. As there are tons of bids for Gagua. Okay, that was worth doing. Wow. Okay. You are coming in and just offering straight up 350. We'll accept that, and we'll accept the Amiens offer as well. You're offering £92,000 up front. I mean, I'd rather have the money just now. I don't really want to have to wait for it all. The Montpellier want to negotiate. Can you go? Can you go to like 450? They said yes to 450. Oh, he should have been negotiating. Tom, you idiot. Okay. Can you go to 500,000? You can. Okay, we need to start rejecting some of these as well. Pogon. Can you go to 500,000? Can you go to 550? You can. Why was I not doing this already? Why was I not doing this already? Herenveen, you can offer more than that, surely. How about... Am I being greedy at 750? Yes, I was. Okay, 750 is not going to cut it, apparently. Preston, you're going to have money though, aren't you? 675. No, but they will negotiate, so they may go up to 650. Did we say 650 for someone else? Oh no. Who did 650? Oh, it was 550. Yablonets. Will you go to 550? No. Is that everyone? Amiens. We need to reject the Amiens offer now, don't we? We could have got loads more out of them. Salernitana. 550. They say no to that as well. Who said yes to 550? Pogon. They're desperate for him. Lech Poznan. 500. They say yes to that. Okay. Right. We'll press continue. We can reject the really cheap ones as well, and it'll be okay. Even more TomFM, yep, coming soon. Best tip for a beginner, use the staff responsibilities to your advantage. You know, get them to do all of the training and stuff while you start to learn the game. You know, just focus on things like tactics and transfers to understand the game a little bit from that perspective and learn a few bits like that. And I think you'll really enjoy slowly starting to get to grips with the game that way, and then you can start to add a few more bits like the training and stuff like that. That's probably one of my best tips, I would say. Right, expectations for the upcoming season. Reach first qualifying round of the Champions League. Well, technically we've done that because we're there already. So if we say second qualifying round, we get an extra 1.5. Oh, we get an extra, okay, 50k to spend and £1,500 a week in wages. I'm going to say third qualifying rounds here. That feels like a risk, but we get more money. What are they going to do? Sack me? Maybe. I've done it now. So now we should get a little bit more money in terms of wages, which is always quite nice for us. Fingers crossed. It works in our favour. Okay. Fane set to join the club. £2,500 a week, a little bit expensive. De Silva, or Jonathan Silva rather, joins. The one thing I don't like is that everyone that I talk to the agent with then just gets put on this shortlist, which I don't like. And now I can't remember who I actually want to sign from the shortlist and who I don't want to sign. So I feel like I'm going to just get rid of everyone. Oh, I can't click on. I can't do Control All. That's frustrating. Oh, I do want to keep you on there, don't I? And any Slovakian I'll keep on there for now as well. Oh, so why is it suddenly cut a few guys off there? Remove from shortlist, yeah. Remove from shortlist. Okay. Do you want to join us now, fella? No, still don't want to join us. I don't expect him to want to sign for us either, which is a real shame. Is it not shift? No, not shift A. That seems to be moving this. It was always control A. Okay. He'll only want to join when he turns 18, you reckon? When's his 18th birthday? Let's find out. He turned... Oh, in September. So it's not that long, actually. That'd be quite nice. Oh my word. Chat. We have a game lined up. I missed... Obviously, you don't actually see the draws anymore, do you? Which is a really frustrating part of the game. But we have been drawn against SJK in the Champions League first qualifying round. We should maybe try and play a friendly before then. They are from Finland in the Veikkausliiga. They actually could be quite good, you know. Who else is in this stage of the competition? Actually, to be fair, it's maybe a nicer draw than what could have had, to be fair. Like, we could have been drawn against Karabag, and that would have been frustrating. Ludogorets would have been difficult. Kyra Almaty would have been very difficult. Maribor would have been difficult. So actually, that's probably quite a nice draw in the grand scheme of things. And we've got a few new players into the team already, haven't we, to help us out. Oh my word, has my game just crashed? Chat? Oh no, it's not. Right, I'm just going to... Nothing was happening then for a minute and I panicked. I'm going to save the game. I did not want to lose the last hour and stuff that we've done. And they're playing league games too. Yeah, we should get a friendly in here, shouldn't we? We should get a friendly. On like Friday. Get a friendly on Friday or something. Because we have had no games at all. Arrange a friendly on Friday the 3rd. Choose a club. Let's just go for anyone who wants to play right now. I mean, a great preparation would be Slovan Bratislava, you know. You know what? I'm going to do it. Slovan Bratislava. Please do us in a friendly. Bailey, hello, good to see you. Welcome in. Morris, we are playing in Slovakia. I always have to panic and think, is it Slovenia or Slovakia? But it is. And Slovan Bratislava did say yes. Okay, great. Notable developments are Amara Diouf. He's our star summer signing, Amara Diouf, coming in on the left wing. I can't believe we've actually got him. It's insane that we managed to get him. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do against SJK in the Champions League. We've got to register our team in a couple of days' time. It looks like Gagawa is set. Oh, I forgot to cancel some of these transfers, didn't I? Gagawa. Get rid of the 350. Get rid of the 350. Get rid of the 450 is okay. We'll let that happen. Jan Krista Bartels, no, you're not leaving the club. Redzic, yes. I suppose you can leave the club for £78,000. That's fine. We need to get back to recruitment, by the way. What was I looking for here? Oh, expiring in a month, EU national. Okay, let's get rid of that. Who is the best player that we could possibly... Valentin Antov, by the way. Now, you would be a very good centre-back to bring in. You've played at a high level. Serie B, for example, that's probably better than where we're at right now. Do you want to sign for us, though? You do, but just for extortionate amounts of money that we cannot afford. Hector? No, we don't really need him. Don't need a right winger either. What we need, actually, is someone through the middle, don't we? Who's not on an absolute bomb. Again, I should probably just add in the contract general wage is currently on less than £5,000 a week. And then we've got a few options here. And again, I'm looking at potentially Milos here. Was playing at Spartak Trnava last season. And they once paid a lot of money for him. So he knows the league already. Would you want to be a backup to Mateta Pepper? Not for £4,500 a week, though. Why does everyone want so much money? Why is everyone just greedy? Hey? That's what I want to know. This guy is not really the player that we're looking for. If I just extend this to all of Europe briefly, just for a little bit. I don't think that's really helped at all, actually, has it? Especially we've got not many players scouted out. Tell you what, let's go back to this. I'm going to clear it all again 1 second. I'm going to just only have players that we've got scouted. If I get rid of... I'm going to transfer or loan, doubtful. That only ups it by a little bit, actually, to be fair. 4-star goalkeeper here. How do you compare to Jan Christoph Bartels? Can we see him on the list, anyone? Jan. There we are, Jan. They are kind of similar, actually, aren't they? Very similar aerial reach. We've got better command of area, better first touch, kicking one-on-ones, passing. I think Selmani is slightly better than Jan Christoph Bartels, and to me that means he's worth... I would be worth signing if we could afford his bloody wages. Can you bring those wages down? Let's give it a few weeks and just see if those wages want to come down a little bit, because he would have been really good to bring in. Why is everyone so old as well? Let's just change the age here to at most 28. Let's add in nationality as well, just while I'm thinking about it, of EU national. That takes out a lot of players, by the way, which is a little bit concerning. And then when players, I'm like 17, you look amazing. £7.8 million, that's frustrating. Mattis Rasmussen. And 4.8 grand a week. Just thinking about it, you'd want quite a lot of money per week. And I don't think he'd be a starter for us either. That's the frustrating part about it. Horvat looks quite good though. If we were going to compare him to Bettino, oh, he's better than Bettino, who will be starting. Actually, quite a lot better than Bettino. 130 to 1.3 million. 8 grand a week. Everyone just wants... Why do they think we're made of money? Probably because we're in the Champions League. That's probably why, right? We don't need wide players. We need central players, really, don't we? Let's look for DMs. Actually, I say that we could do with an AMC as well, but... Antonio Marin. That's a good name. I think we looked at you earlier. We needed to play, because we play in possession attacking midfielder, out possession CM. So we need you to be more of a CM as well, which is why maybe Jose Larsa could be an option here. If we compare you to Rabi, Mateta, Pepper. Yeah, Mateta Pepper's better, but we could use you in a pinch. No, we couldn't. You're really crap actually at passing and tackling and marking. What are you even good for? I guess attacking, but you're not even that good at attacking, were you? I feel like I'm going around in circles here. And you're at 1.1 million, so we can't afford you either. Right, no, we can't. Well, we can get you because you must have EU nationality somewhere. Yeah, Italian nationality as well. Passing's good. Technique's cool. Okay. Please tell me you want less than 5.5 grand a week in wages. 4.8. You'd still be like the highest earner at the club. We can't have a backup player on the highest earner right now. So what about a deeper player? You're Slovakian, to be fair. Never played for us, though. Always played in Austria. But you are Slovakian. And I'd say fringes of the first team. Internationally, this is. Very good physically. 80 to 800,000 pound a week. He wants big wages, but actually you might end up starting more games here because you're a DM. You're a proper DM. Can you bring the wage down a little bit? 4.2. This feels... If we're going to compare you to Mark Zabukovnik. Oh, Zabukovnik's like way better. He's a better passer, marker, and tackler. Is that correct? Yeah, it is correct. I wouldn't mind getting you in as a backup player. If we get you 150. Oh, they want 1 million. Right, well, that's not happening. Every time I feel like we're just about to sign someone and we're making progress, we get pulled down. We could bring back Santos Diver from last season. Potentially. We could bring him back on a more permanent deal. Or loan again, actually, maybe. Because he was fairly good. Although we've already got sort of playmakers in the team, haven't we? Who's our sort of backup playmaker? Unless Oro's not the playmaker. Maybe it is Santos Diver. He's got loads of potential still, look. Can you bring the wage down a little bit? No. But we can certainly afford him. If we said £200,000, they say yes to that. We should have gone lower. Okay. Now we're making a bit of progress, maybe. Oh, we rejected that bid already. That's good. Offer accepted. Cole Campbell. We'll have a look in a second. Enter contract negotiations. Squad player. Wonderful. He wants 4.5 grand a week. Go to 3.5 and I'll listen. 3-7. 3-7. Come on, you can do 3-7. Okay. Santos Diver might be playing ball with us here. But that doesn't feel like a sexy signing because we had him on loan last season, didn't we? Cole Campbell at Borussia Dortmund. Now, we've already got right wingers. He's very good, though. Particularly pace and acceleration. But we've already got Durdov. We're happy with him instead. We don't need him. Gruber is leaving the club, though. £1 million. That's fantastic. Let's make some money there. Oh. Heronveen are coming in with £600,000. Do you want to give us a little bit more? Like $500,000 up front? Get rid of a 20-game clause. And then give us $250 down the line. Oh. We are getting some money for Gagawa here. I was not expecting us to be getting some Gagawa stuff. So now we have to go back onto Gagawa here and just like reject 450. All these little bids. If you want him now, that's the price that's been set. 500 up front and then an extra $250,000 down the line. Gruber, thank you for your service. You're out the club now. So we've now got £3.5 million in the bank. That's good. We are sort of keeping it a steady level of money here. What does that do for our recruiting budget? We've got loads to spend now. So maybe we could start to splash a little bit more cash. I was trying to be sensible before maybe, but who's got the highest potential here? Oh, we still can't afford Carlos Varela. Is he left or right wing? We don't need him. We don't need him. We've got left wing already and what he's called? Amar Adif, right? What about a striker? Jakob Pira. Finishing 13, composure 10, pace 11. No, I don't like it. You do look good, as in, you know, you're not a bad striker and you are Slovakian, which is cool, but it's not what we need right now. J-Lab, hello mate, good to see you. Sign Makama of Norwich. I know all about Makama. He won't be signing for us though. He will not want to come to us. Although he won't be as good in game as he is in real life. No, he's not bothered. Fair play. Big Jove says no. Tobias Reinhardt. No, I'm pretty happy with that midfield. Where am I not happy with the team? Because the attacking midfielder, I love it. Durdov, Mateta Pepper, Diouf, fantastic. What a trio. Happy with Blaszko. I mean, we could do with a better centre-back probably than Bationo. Probably better left-back than El Kandusi as well. So now we've got this sort of money. Chilling. This guy at Viborg. How do you compare to El Kandusi? Oh, El Kandusi is so much better in terms of technical and mental attributes, really. Let's get rid of the scouted only. Let's start adding in some attributes here for like crossing, dribbling, tackling, marking. And let's say, let's drop. I don't want it for all four though. Okay. Who's at the most expensive? And we start to look for some value down here, maybe. Just give the money to Antov, sell him next season for a few million. Free transfer, just pay a salary. He's worth every cent. I think he'll start to get desperate the later into the window it goes. I don't want to just put a bid in for him just this second. Imanol, how do you compare? I feel like I've heard of this guy before, so... Crossing, dribbling better. Marking, tackling better. Set pieces better. He's better in a lot of areas. Yeah, I like Imanol. Cheap contract, less than $500,000. Oh, but right, so he's on £1,000 a week right now, and now he wants £7,000 rising to £10,000. Fella, come on. Why are you happy to play for Sparta Prague on pennies, and then you want to come to us, and it's going to cost us the world? Nicholas May, 24 years old. He's on £6,000 a week already, though, so he's not going to want to bring those wages down at all, is he? No, he wants £7,000. Who's on cheap wages? I mean, you were the guy on the cheap wage. You want 1.5 grand. I mean, you can't really do much. Good determination though, but I don't really like you, so I don't think that's the player that we need. You're on 20. You're on 4. I'm going to scout all these players out, and I want to do a similar thing for a striker. Finishing, composure, pace. All at least 14. And I will scout all these guys out as well for a week. Let's see. 1-0 West Ham. Wow, already 1-0 up. Only 18 minutes in. Big game. So we'll see what those scout reports come back as. Friendly to be coming up against Slovan Bratislava. I think our assistant manager does those friendlies, which is handy. We've now got to do our Champions League squad. If we go ask assistant to pick all of the players, it is slightly concerning that he won't choose Bartol Barisic. Oh, but he's out for 2 to 6 months, Bartol Barisic. A torn ACL, we missed that. That's why he's not in the team. Okay. Redzic not in the team because he's got a bid on the table. Yeah, that's concerning. Good. We need more centre-backs. We've only got one homegrown in nation player. Because all the others are like under 21, so they don't need to be registered by looks of things. If I did register Blashko, and then I can get in. If I do that, then surely I think I can then get in. No, apparently not. Okay, we're going to have to go with 2 centre-backs for now to start off with then. Well, Gago's going to leave the club, isn't he? So let's get rid of him from this, and we'll get another centre-back in there in Nemanic. Just I want more cover there. Okay. Sign Kabore, sign Willian, sign Guila Due. Josh King won't sign for it. I don't think Willian will either. I don't really know who you mean by Kabore. No, I don't think Issa Kabore is going to sign for us. Or Pierre Kabore, if I'm honest with you. Guila Due. I feel like you probably are a starter for Strasbourg. If we go to make an offer and say, can we get you on loan? And say, we'll pay 20% of your wages as an important player. No, they just say no. Sadly. Excelsior make a loan approach for Gagua. No, fellas. You know the price. It's at least $750,000 if you want him. Although they are offering an optional future fee of... Well, hang on. Oh, I mean, maybe it's a bit too quick to reject that there. The whole package could have been worth £1 million. Okay, well, I've done it now. Mateta Pepe is injured. Oh, leave out for 2 to 3 weeks. He's going to miss both of our Champions League games as we managed to beat Slovan Bratislava in that friendly. But at what cost? Because Mateta Pepe got injured in that friendly. At what cost? No, we don't need wingers, so Cole Campbell is not going to be joining us. But we are going to be signing Santos Diber for £200,000. So we've got another youngster coming in, and he'll be good for us this season. Jan-Christoph Bartels, no, you're not leaving the club. Race to sign Redzic hots up because there's quite a few bids on the table for him now, actually. All £78,000, that's fine. Ramadan. No, we're not going to sell Ramadan. Unless we get over £1 million, and then I'm thinking, okay, maybe we should. But it's got to be at least £1 million up front. Oh yeah, Marco on loan might be a good option, you know. That's not a bad shout, actually. We're in the Slovakian top division. Is where we are. Keep pitch current size. Reject that bid. Make an offer. We'll pay 100% of his wages. Squad player. They just don't want to send him on loan to us. What if we put £1 million on the table? Oh, they want 2.3. Okay. That is a shame, because he would have been really good. So Gagua is set to join Herenveen. Okay, see you later. Thanks for the money that we're just not able to spend right now. Waiting on a few scout reports to come through. Valentin Antov has got a bid on the table from 2 German clubs. Let's just go approach to sign. Oh, he doesn't want to actually talk to us because we lack the financial muscle to meet his contract demands, so we can't even do it anyway. Oh, we need to make sure we... Before anything else... Nationality. EU national. Yeah, that does change things quite a lot, doesn't it? Right, Hector is a striker who's previously been playing at Corinthians. Was at Portugal and played around the lower leagues of Spain for a while. We could do with a striker coming in, especially with an ACL injury to Bartol Barisic. How much do you want? Why are you... Everyone's asking to be like the club's top earner by like quite some distance. Top earner is now on £4,200 a week. Why does everyone want like 7-8 grand a week? We'll wait for the scout report to come through for strikers, because that's the area we need to focus on now a little bit, I think. We'll have a look at Tenassi as well. What do we say? Florian Tenassi, Romanian, 31 years old, attacking midfielder. Ask agent about availability. He wants 7 grand a week. What actually happens if we say join the club? As a regular starter. Star player. 10 grand a week. The most we can offer you is 7 apparently, but I don't want to do that. And now it's game day. Yeah, Dennis Mann's going to be expensive. Oh no, we actually kind of wanted you, didn't we? Wait, approach to sign. He's already accepted the contract. Shit. It was a keeper we were keeping tabs on, weren't we? Okay. We dropped the ball there a little bit. Not ideal. Right, first team selection of the season then. So, let me just save this quickly as team selection 1, just so I can quickly get back to this as and when needed. But you're off the bench, you're off the bench. And then we need to just get Denis Valko, who actually doesn't look too bad as a striker, but I don't think he's... Like, if we're going to compare him to Trusa, for example. If I can find Trusa. Matish Trusa. Like, Trusa is better in every single area. By quite some distance in some areas, but he doesn't look too bad, does he? Anyway, Valko's going to have to come on the bench here. Santos died but unregistered, so can't actually feature in this game, frustratingly. Oh, Fane can come onto the bench though. Okay, that's handy. Mateta Pepe is not going to play though. He's a little injured, so I guess we're going to have to bring Ramadan on through the middle. It's not his most comfortable position, but he can play there. That is the best team we've got right now. So we've got new signings in Diouf on the left-hand side and Roy Torres at right back. We've got Fane on the bench, who's a new signing. This doesn't really feel very inspired, does it? I feel like we had a really bad transfer window. It's not been great. Amara Diouf, you are going to be number 7. I'm going to save number 9 for a striker. Ivan Dolshek is the winger on the other side, like a backup winger. So you can just be like, I don't know, 35. No one cares. You're a more holding midfielder. We've not got a holding midfielder number available, so you'd be 16. And Roy Torres, you can be number 2, because you're a right back. I want to save number 9 for a new striker, even though Trusa probably should be starting for us, because he has done nothing wrong with his 25 goals last season. I just feel like I need to change something at least a little bit. Just a little bit at least. And we do need to bring another striker in because of the injury as well, and the loss of 2 others. Go out there and impress me as we take on SJK here in the Champions League. First qualifying round, first leg. We are away from home in Finland here, I believe. I'm pretty sure we are. And here we go. Let me just quickly change to broadcast camera for you guys. And let's get our Champions League campaign underway. Luckily, it looks like they've already got an injury on that left-hand side, which is quite nice. Any tips of building a nation? Going to start my first save in FN26, and can I do it on the base game? Yes, you can. I would choose a country that you feel it would be fun to manage in for a while. Like,
I was quite happy when Slovakia came out of the mystery shirt box. I was like, that's one of the countries I had in my head that I really wanted to manage in, because I've never managed there before. And they've got some decent teams like Slovan Bratislava, like, well, I guess Dunajska Streda, and that could sort of help boost things up a little bit. You don't want to be doing it all on your own, so having like a Slovan Bratislava to help boost things for me was very, very handy. In the meantime, here come SJK in the first attack of the game, and Pablo Ortiz makes a huge defensive stop there, because otherwise SJK were having a clean shot at an open goal, and the danger's not done with yet. Vargas' header over the crossbar, but not a bad effort overall. We are behind in the match stats so far. We're ahead in possession, but SJK 7 shots to our 3, 4 shots on target. Our new look attack of Diouf on the left, Durdov on the right are not really performing at the moment. Ramadan out of position in the attacking midfield. We're missing Mateta Pepper at the moment, but Amara Diouf cuts it back. I know he got tackled actually, because that wasn't a pass at all, and we lose possession as Pananen brings the ball forwards down that far side of the pitch for SJK. Cross towards the far post has been collected. Another cross comes back in the middle, and we don't deal with it. This isn't a good start to things here, is it? Robbo, thank you very much for the raid, my friend. You've joined at the wrong time, though. We're having a bad transfer window. We haven't been able to sign the players that we want to bring in. And now we're 1-0 down in the Champions League first qualifying round. Hopefully you've had a better evening than we've had. What's the team you're at here? We are at Dunajska Streda. We got the shirt in a mystery box. And we're at the start of Season 2 here in Slovakia. Won the league title in Season 1. Kind of against the odds, but everyone else was just really shit last season. Kind of like us right now as we hit the post. Yeah, everyone was really bad last season. Žilina, who are like a team that are always meant to be looking for the title, they got themselves relegated. Slovan Bratislava, who have won the title in real life for like 10 seasons in a row, they came 4th or 5th, something like that, so they missed out on all European football. As did Spartak Trnava, another team that are always in Europe. So it was a really weird Season 1, where two teams that are like relegation fodder came in 2nd and 3rd. Thankfully, we've not conceded a 2nd goal here. This team from Finland are not bad. I was expecting this team from Finland to be crap, basically. But they've outplayed us massively. And clearly the signings that we've made in Roy Torres and Amara Diouf, who's meant to be a wonder kid, but is not demonstrating that ability right now. He's got a little sad face. You can kind of see it. It's behind the chat. He's got a little sad face. What's up with him? He's anxious. Come on. You can't join the big leagues of the Slovakian top division and get nervous like this. Pablo Ortiz. Battione. Maybe need to improve on him a little bit as well if we get the chance. Roy Torres finds a ball forward to Durdov. The Croatian brought down. Free kick. Is this highlight for anything in particular? Is the ref going to give him a red card? He might do. Oh, he actually did! Wow. Scenes. What was wrong with that then? Why did he get a red card? It didn't look that bad to me. I won't complain. Durdov, you're completely open. He's done nothing with it. There's Ramadan. Shot saved by the keeper. Okay. Right, we have to make the use of the extra man here. We now need to score a couple goals in the second half. We're at half-time now, basically. Unless we score something crazy now, which we're not going to, apparently. Okay. We have to go all out in the second half. We're going to go more attacking as well. 1-0 down. We've had 60% possession. Actually got back into the game a little bit. I can't click on that to see what actually happened with the red card. That's just annoying. Can't click on that either. We'll try and find a way to watch it back in a minute. We'll get right close up to it with the... Can we click on that now? Yeah, we can. So we'll see the ball come up. So Roy Torres played the ball to Blaszko. Back to Pablo Ortiz. It was roughly here on the pitch where the incident happened, right? Although it seems to take a lot longer to get there than I thought. Zabukovnik. Okay, Roy Torres into Durdov. Can I pause the game here? Why did it not let me pause the game? I wanted to get into the free cam here and have a proper look at what was going on. We can get a proper look at that. But it would not let me pause the game. Oh, Football Manager. FM27 is going to be good in it. Let's hope so. Let's hope so. Right. We've gone attacking in the second half here. 10 minutes in, nothing happening so far in our favour. Roy Torres with a good header forwards. He had a good debut, I think, for now. Trusa, 25 goals last season, finds Amara Diouf. Out wide to El Kandusi. Back in towards Amara Diouf. You've just got to square it first time, fella. Or dribble around the entire team. And Durdov gets his first of the season. Our first goal of the season. And we are in front here. I would change formation, but we just don't have the attackers available to us right now because of injuries and the lack of people in the team registration-wise. But a 3-5-2 might be a good option actually for us to use like later on against big teams in the Champions League potentially. I literally just cannot pause the game in general now. Like I'm mashing the pause button here and we're not pausing. Spacebar. Can I go to tactics? I can. Let's bring Valko on up front for Trusa because he's had a terrible game. Diouf's now playing well. Ramadan behind the striker not, but Mateta Pepper is injured, so I'm not going to... Let's just swap Diouf and Mateta Pepper over, but Diouf doesn't really like playing through the middle, judged by the Silver Stars, so we'll keep them as they were. Let's bring Fane on for Zabukovnik. We'll give Capanadze a run out there, and Vaquero as well, just to change a few things up there. And get some match sharpness into these boys as well. Some cheap wonder kids for your reputation. I will have a look at some of those in a minute after this match. In the meantime, with 22 minutes to go, we need to get another goal or two here. Get ourselves in front and in control. Cross cleared. If we can't win this game playing against 10 men for 45 minutes, we are in trouble as Dennis Valko puts that one just wide of the mark. Not a bad effort, but should have been better than that. It's a striker list, but even better, we need them. We need them. Also, I've just realised we've had 2 subs on Twitch. Much appreciated to Stan Swade and Radush. Much appreciated, fellas. Thank you for subscribing. Good to have you all here. Ball forward to Ramadan is good, but his shot is terrible. The lack of match sharpness in the team is probably causing us some issues. I'm just going to bring Mateta Pepper on here for 20 minutes, or 10 minutes at the end here. I know he can't really play because he's injured, but he might do something to help us get something more out of this game. Draw the away games, win the home games. That's what I'm going to tell the boys at full time. I mean, I know I won't. I'm going to shout at them, aren't I? Not the game, not the result we needed there, if I'm honest with you. Let's just try and keep morale high for some of the players over there. Failed to win. Okay, have we got another friendly before the next game? Yes, we do. Okay, that's good. That'll be handy for us. Sweet. Okay. Change formation. I think we should load up another formation. I'm not necessarily going to change formation for it, but we can load a. Is that a wide 5-2-3? That is a wide. Okay, that's a formation we can use. But we'll stick to this one for now. Cool. Good. Right. So we should get some scout reports coming through for a few players in the next few days. You need Zinedine Zidane. At this point, we probably do, to be fair. I assume you mean one of his kids, though. Lucas Zidane, or Zidane Iqbal, do you mean? I mean, Lucas is going to be a great keeper to bring in, but I don't think he'll be signing for us. I think he's too good, right? Zidane Iqbal, I don't think will be signing for us. He's only a fringe player, though, at Utrecht. No, he's not bothered about signing for us. Okay. This fellow doesn't come up. I'm going to just go through a few of the names here. That fellow doesn't come up. Are we talking this guy? He's a striker from Japan, 20 years old, with a lower back stress fracture. I don't think he looks brilliant, if I'm honest with you. Do you want to sign for us, though? Maybe. 180 to 1.8 million is what they're asking for. I don't think he's anywhere near Trusa. Not really. What about Bartol Barisic? It's similar there, actually. It's closer there, maybe. That might not be an awful signing, actually, then. Potentially. Chuck, gonna be good to see you. Happy New Year to you. Hope you're doing well. We'll look at the other guys first before I try and put a bid in on one of you. Julian Gonstad. Looks like he's just moved to Inter Milan, actually. So we might get him on loan, maybe. Make an offer to loan him. They want 100% of wages being paid. He might be too expensive for us. So we will not do that one. This is a fun name to say. Juan Riquelme Angulo. Independence. Oh, he does look good. Oh, he's... Okay. Juan? Do you want to sign for us? No. It would stunt his development. Oh, fella. Please. I need you. I need the transfer list indefinitely. Oh, he would have been perfect. I've got this guy at Lillestrøm, who is too expensive for us. And doesn't want to sign for us either. So actually, we could take a little punt here on you, if you're willing to go for 250,000. Oh, they want like 1.4 million. Okay, withdraw that offer for now. We will wait to see what comes back shortly. Gonstad winning the league at the Cancer despite financial outlay. He would be good. Callum Marshall on loan. I don't really feel like he's probably the guy that we need. Callum Marshall at West Ham. I don't think he actually looks that good. I'm going to click compare with... Where's Trusa? I know all their surnames, not the first names. So I have to like... Because FM24, it was all sorted by surnames, wasn't it? There he is, Matej Trusa. It's a little close for others. How much would it be? Maybe you're right with Callum Marshall here. On loan, 70% of wages, and they want us to pay about 200 grand a month. If we play him, it would cost us one. We can't. I'm not paying 1.3 million for a loan. I'm afraid, not at this level. Brian Abando. Oh my god, could you imagine if we got Brian Abando? Don't like his lack of finishing. No one comes up for this guy. Ali Jassam. He doesn't come up. Is it Jazim? I feel like I recognise the name, but he's not coming up. I don't think Brian Abando would sign for us. Alan Abando, sorry, not Brian Abando. Alan Abando. Would he, though? No, he needs the team to be a lot better before we consider joining us. RIP. Alex Borto as a goalkeeper, though, could actually be an option. Maybe not his first choice, though. He's not very good. He doesn't come up. No. David Luiz still playing. That is true, to be fair. Swedish striker playing at Bayern that is cheap. Do you know his name? Right. Danny McNamara. Irish. He's more of a right back, to be fair. At Millwall. And very expensive, so no. Ricardo, a left back. Expensive at Frosinone. I'd love to sign him, but we can't afford him, so no. Davi. Left back. We're getting there. What does he want in wages? 4 point... Okay. We're getting there on the wages. How are you, if we're going to compare you, keep pressing the wrong button for comparison, to El Kandusi? You're a better tackler, a better marker, a better crosser, same dribbler, basically. You don't really care about finishing too much. Better mentally, better physically, right. You could be our new left back. If we make an offer of $500,000, they say yes, great. Let's see what happens with Davi, because we could do with a better left back. Damn fool. We've got to sign him for just his name, surely. Damn fool is wanted on loan by Auxerre and Le Havre. Oh, I just want him for his name. Damn foolon. We'd be a damn fool not to sign him. He's on $7,000 a week, though. That's the only issue here. He wants 9 to 11. Look, wage demands are ridiculous. He says, no, I want 9 to 11. I need more time. Look, if other clubs want him on loan, can we just get him on loan? They are reluctant to let him go on loan. What if we put a bit of $500,000 on the table? They've stalled on it. Let's just make the offer and see what they say. Cristo Romero. Good pace. 1.2 million. Place for Real. Oh, he's on $12,000 a week, though. I think that's going to be a bit... Yeah, he wants 12 to 17. Okay, well, that's not going to happen. Because he would have been really quite good. You're more of like an attacking winger, to be fair, actually. I don't think I trust you at the back. Even though you have got... You're off the balls 12. Actually, you're not that bad. El Dense. If we're going to compare you to... What's his name? El Kandusi. Oh, El Kandusi is way better. We need someone who's better than El Kandusi. Okay, that's good to know. That's good to know. Does Valentin Antov want to... No, he still want to talk contracts with us. I can't really trust the potential, though, on here, can we? Saying that, a 6'8" goalkeeper with 17 aerial reach and 20 jumping reach at FCSB 2. Let me just compare you very quickly with Jan-Christophe Bartels. Jan-Christophe Bartels is better, but not by a huge... In fact, I'd probably just play him anyway to get him better. He's only 19 years old. And he wants a cheap deal. This actually could be a really... It's £1.8 million at most, though. How much have we got? 2.3. If we went all in... Nah, Oh, they said yes to 1.8 million. Okay. How stupid is that, chat? If we just... if we go all in on this guy. Alexandru Maxim. Am I being stupid? It feels like a silly thing to do. Don't do it. I don't think he's worth 1.8. Too high. Okay. Okay, chat. You've talked me down. Walk away. I think we will put a contract offer down for Davy, though. Or Davy. Davy or Davy. You can be a regular starter, because I think you will be. Your wages are a bit higher than you were suggesting they would be. Let's go to £3,500 a week there. He wants 5.5. Let's go to 4. 4.2. 4.2. 4.2. 4.5. It's high, but I think we've got to start bringing some players in, and that is the area that probably needs the most improvement at the moment. Ivan Dolchek is not leaving the club. Toulouse are making a bid for Foulon. It's a match made in heaven. I don't think we're going to be able to get him, unfortunately. Daniel Dapper. Do you mean Daniel Dagger? I know Dapper, literally Dapper. As a striker. 80k or 2.7 million? I don't think so. Maybe it was just Dan Dagger. There we go. Oh, he's at Mulder. That's annoying. He's been picked up. He's been picked up already. There's a couple more striker options here. You do look quite good. Pace a little bit low though. Not bothered about signing for us. Victor at Nice. Way too expensive for us, but would come on loan. 6'4", 17 jumping, reach 15 heading. Yeah, you're good. What do you want on the loan? Oh, why does everyone want to have an insane loan fee that we make the loan 1.7 million? Oh shit! I meant to withdraw the offer. I didn't mean to suggest it. Ali Jassim doesn't come up. He doesn't come up, I'm afraid. We look for him. He won't come up. So unfortunately, we cannot sign him. Let's go back to recruitment, and we'll just look for strikers. FC Nordschland, striker 13. His composure's not great. Striker at Banik, Slovakian. I mean, I'd be tempted to just bring a Slovakian striker in. How does he compare to Matej Trusa? Actually, it looks relatively good in comparison. There was not a huge amount in it technically. He's better physically aside from pace. Composure's better, determination's better. That's not a bad signing, I don't think, actually. I think we get a cheap deal here. 140k and 1.4 million. I reckon we get him on the cheaper option, cheaper end here. Bring the wage down? No, but £1,000 a week is fine. If we said £200,000, they want £500,000. Rising to £1 million. Okay, let's withdraw the offer on that for now. He's good, but he's not worth £1 million to us just yet. Eric Prekop, 7 caps, 1 goal for the national team. He's not as good technically, but mentally and physically he's way better. £450,000 from Slavia Prague. He wants £6,000 a week on wages. He wants £6,000 a week in wages. Let's see. Gilberto Mora. I don't think we'll be signing Gilberto Mora, sadly. Let's see what his contract demands are here. He wants to be captain as well. He's asking a lot here. Regular starter. Important player. Okay, that's fine. £6,500 a week. Can we bring that down to 5? You can have the minimum release fee clause. Sell on percentage fee. I think we have to try and keep him happy with that, maybe. No, let's get rid of it. We're not going to get far here, are we? He just wants his £6,500 a week. 6. Okay. Okay. But he wanted to spend 2 million for a goalkeeper. Oh yeah, that's true. If we go back to that, that's not what I wanted. Mladenovic. 2.3 million. Let's just see what he says he wants wage-wise at 2.3 million. Although that does feel like a really... That does feel a lot. Important. No, because he wouldn't be... Would he be playing? He'd be playing up front, I suppose, wouldn't he? He wants star player. He wants £8,000. No, it's not going to work. It ain't going to work, that. Numbers. Let's clear all the numbers. Anyone that I want to give like preferential treatment to here in terms of numbers. I'd like to give... Oh, we said Amara Diouf can be 7, and I want Bruno Derdov to be 11. They feel like cool numbers to give to the wingers. Karol Blaszko, you can be number 8, because I quite like you. I don't actually care about anyone else's numbers. Ask assistant to assign. Did he give number 9 to anyone? I just want to make sure he didn't give number 9 to anyone. Oh, he gave number 9 to Bartol Barisic. No, you can't have number 9, Bartol, because you've got an injury which is going to take you out of the team for 6 months. I want to save for number 9. But other than that, sorted. Ronald Koeman Jr. is a goalkeeper. And on a free transfer, 31 though. Where's Jan Christoph? There he is. Is probably the... He's better mentally, much better mentally. Would be a good backup to have, though. Do you want to... Okay, fairly cheap contract as well. That's a good shout. That's a good shout, emergency backup, because he would be a backup goalkeeper for us. 1.2, 1.3, 1.3, 1.4, okay. And then we can try and sell our other goalkeeper, Leandro Felipe. No one wants him just yet. Offer him out then. Let's go. Is Popovic so bad? Have I got? He's already gone, Popovic. He's already gone. Follow up on interest on Jacob Pira. Oh, a young striker. They wanted £1 million for him. No, no, thank you. I think Jan-Christophe Bartels will stay as the first choice this season. We won that friendly 4-2, by the way, and the second leg is coming up in a couple of days' time. And then we've got to, hopefully, redo the team again. Real Zaragoza wants him for a non-negotiable fee. I'll accept it then. Let's just get some money made as we get Ronald Koeman Jr. into the team. And hopefully his dad will come along to a few games and tell us to sign a few players, because that would be quite handy. That would really help us out if you could do that, actually. Right. Or tell players to join us for low wages. That's what I mean. Ramadan's wanted by Sassuolo again. If you offer me 1.6 million, I'm probably going to take it. I say that. We haven't really got anyone to replace him with at the moment, so I don't know. Ronald Koeman, 31 years old. In he comes then to be a backup goalkeeper for us. Kostic. Let's have a quick look, shall we? Still at Partizan. Oh yeah, he looks good, doesn't he? He does look good. Would count as non-EU, I think. Do you want to sign for us, fella? He does not. Wants to join a club that's more recognised at a European level. I kind of get that, fella. I think we do forget that we are in the doldrums here at Dunajska Streda. If we were playing as Slovan Bratislava, they'd be signing for us. But it's not quite the same here. Okay. We actually can get you... We can get Udvaros on the bench, actually. That would have been quite handy, actually, in the previous game. We'll get you on the bench as well, because why not? Mateta Pepper's still not quite fully fit, although I might risk him for this game because we do need to win, actually. So Mateta Pepper's going to start. Might start Vaquero this game, just to see if he plays any better than El Kandusi. And maybe Capanadze as well. We'll make a couple of changes there. Capanadze is a better player than Roy Torres, but we know Torres has got high potential, so that's why I'm kind of tempted to have him play a few more games, you see. Squad number to these goalkeepers. Okay, well, you can be that, and you can be that. Sweet. Right, second leg of the Champions League first qualifying round. This time we are at home to SJK, that's it. I forgot the team name. HJK, like the really good team from Finland. SJK, I guess, are pretty good because they're in the Champions League right now against us. But we're at home today. We've got the home crowd behind us. It's a massive game. We need to win this. Lose this game and we don't drop into the Europa League. We drop into the Conference League instead. For us to stand a chance of getting European football, we do need to really win this game because we have such a better chance of getting European football if we get past this first qualifying round. Lose it and we are done for, essentially. So I really think this is a must-win game for us now. Up the Imps, says Jazzy. Hello, mate. Good to see you. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Up the Imps, indeed. Second in the table. The dizzy heights of second. Capanadze brings the ball forwards. Great cross in the middle. Amara Diouf can't win it in the air. Kind of backs out of it a little bit, but drops the Durdov. Durdov rounds his man nicely. Cross into the middle. Across to Amara Diouf. And Amara Diouf may have been fractionally offside there, says the linesman. Oh, that would be heartbreaking if that was the case. Checking goal. Goal given. Thank you very much. Wait, is that the offside decision? Where is the... Oh, I don't know. It's not actually paused on... I wish it showed us the lines still. I think he may have been offside there looking at that replay that we saw, but it was moving, so I don't know. But Amara Diouf gets his first for the club. Puts us in front here. 2-1 up on aggregate. Gives us a little bit of breathing room. 9 shots to 2 shots. Looks like Finland can't play football outside of Finland. So that feels quite nice. Truster, again, a little bit anonymous in this game at the moment. Mateta Pepper, we might bring off at half-time, I think. Maradona and Pele will sign for us. But now, SJK have themselves a corner. 43rd minute, into the near post, and it's headed in. Against the run of play, Ndiaye has scored a goal there. 2-2 on aggregate. And you're right, Jan Christophe Bartels needs to be improved with the signing of Lev Yashin. I mean, that is just a monstrous header. He had 4 of our players around him, and somehow he rose higher than all of them and got his header on target. Sometimes you have to applaud a goal, and that's one that I am applauding. Half-time then. If only we were Karabag 8-0 up right now. Right, 63% possession, 15. We're all over them. We're all over them. Not happy with performance out there. We need to get some goals. But if we concede immediately in the second half, thankfully that's just the opening highlight of the half. I would have been frustrated. Mateta Pepper. We're going to keep it a bit longer than I was going to. I was going to take you off at half-time, but then we conceded, and I feel like we need you, Mateta Pepper, in this situation. Blasco, who needs a big season coming up. If he wants to cement himself as a starter for us, he needs a massive season. And we need Amara Diouf to start scoring goals as well. I mean, he scored in this game. He hit the post in the previous match. He's just hit the post now. Come on, fellas. I'm begging you. I'm begging you to do something out there. Let's bring Ramadan on. And Durdov's not playing brilliantly. So do we actually move Ramadan onto the right wing? I know Durdov is playing well. He's tired, that's what I meant. No, we'll leave him on then actually for now. Just the one change. One thing that I do feel is different from last season, now we've lost players like Gruber and Redzic, is we do have a lack of quality depth up top, which maybe was a mistake thinking about it, knowing that we were just going to play. Well, we've got better starters now in Diouf and Durdov. They're much better starters. But the quality and depth is maybe lacking a little bit. So we'll see how that progresses across the season as Ramadan has somehow won us a penalty. Oh my word. I mean, it feels like a very harsh penalty to be giving here. The VAR might rule it out, to be fair. No, it's not ruled it out. Who's even on penalties? I don't even know. We've not checked the penalty takers. 46. I think it's Trusa. It's Trusa taking the penalty. He's done nothing at all in these Champions League games. But he's done something now. Gets his first of the campaign. His first goal has given us a lead here with 20 minutes to go. Okay. Now I kind of want to make a couple of changes. Let's bring Roy Torres on. For Caponadze, who's played really badly. Bationo has got a knock, so let's bring him off for Nemanic. And Zabukov not playing great either, so let's bring Fane on. Okay. Oh, DU for the interception straight from the kickoff. Go on, fella. He's been fouled immediately. Good. I think I've had one or two, Angry Phil. I think I've had one or two. But it is pretty rare, isn't it, for it not to be awarded. We just now need to hold on for another 10 minutes and we'll be through to the Champions League second qualifying round. And that's when things start to feel a bit more secure, because once you get knocked out of the second qualifying round, you go to the third qualifying round of the Europa League, get knocked out there, final qualifying round of the Conference League. Get knocked out in the first qualifying round of the Champions League, you go to the second qualifying round of the Europa Conference League. So it really does become Last Gasp Saloon very, very quickly. West Ham's goal disallowed. What's it disallowed for? Oh my God, that was too close to comfort. Right. SJK need to chill out a little bit here. How have we not scored more goals, by the way? 24 shots we've had in this match. 24 shots. And yet nothing's come of it, apart from a penalty. Right, Durdov's corner. Let's put this one onto the noggin of one of our centre-backs. Not quite like that. Ramadan hits the crossbar. Blasco puts his header over. I mean, that would have been goal of the season already, had that one gone in the back of the net. Luckily, we have held on here for a 2-1 win. Just thanks to a penalty. We weren't at our best, but we got a result there. This Finnish side seems to have really sorted us out a little bit. Karabag, by the way, went 18-0. Who are they playing against, by the way? A team from Malta. That kind of checks out, to be fair. Okay, we win. Who do we get in the second qualifying round? Hopefully we get a nice team. As the left back, Davi, is set to sign for us. Welcome to the team, Simone Davi. You should be a decent player for us. Hopefully better than the current left backs that we've got. Right. Bonuses for the team. If I set a high continental bonus, there might be more motivation to win, to win it, maybe. I say win it. We're not going to win it, but get through to the league phase. If we get to the league phase, I'll pay the boys whatever they want, really, basically. No draw yet for the next qualifying round of the Champions League, but Davi is here. He is set to sign for Dunajska Streda. He comes in to be the best left back at the club. And if in desperate need, can play left midfield, apparently, but there we go. Hopefully we can register him for the Champions League, but we are having issues with the Champions League registration on the grounds that we don't have many players who aren't very what am I trying to say? Why have the words lost? Homegrown. We haven't got many homegrown players. That's what I'm trying to say. We haven't got many of them, so we can't have many players registered to the team, frustratingly. Forest 1-1. Who scored for West Ham? I appreciate all these people that you're putting in the chat, but Shaquille Van Persie's not signing for us. Fer Lopez will not sign for us. Willian will not sign for us. Remember who we are. We're Dunajska Streda of the Slovakian top division. Right. Oh, we actually can't make any changes here. Are you any good? No, you're not. You're rubbish. So I don't think we can actually get the new guy in. No, we can't get the new guy in the team for the Champions League. Oh, that's frustrating. We should have put a little bit more thought into this, maybe. Potentially. I didn't think that. I thought we could change it as much as we wanted to in between qualifying rounds. Well, that's not ideal. That's not ideal. We've been drawn against Riga. Drawn against Riga. From Latvia. Who did they beat? Dinamo Tbilisi, to be fair. I thought that would have gone the other way around. Genuinely thought it would have gone the other way around. But it's not. So we've got them. They're going to be quite difficult to beat. They were very good at home. Drew away from home, but very good at home. Okay. And that's what we're up against in the next round. So if we win it, Champions Path, second qualifying round. Third qualifying round, losers go to the Europa League, third qualifying round. Okay. And then if we got to the third qualifying round... Oh, okay. I think it's like if you're in the league... It must be league phase there, yeah. League... If you're in the qualifying round in the league path and you lose in the third qualifying round, you go straight to the Europa League. Okay. We just have to keep winning games, basically. There's no way for us to just automatically get into a European competition by losing. We have to just keep winning games. But we're in a great opportunity right now. Beat Riga, we are guaranteed at least a Europa Conference League spot. At a minimum. Lose here, go to the third qualifying round of the Europa League. And I presume we'd be in that, or we go to the main path. I don't actually know. Anyway, one more win and we'll be sorted, I reckon. One more win and we will be sorted. But looking at the time this evening, I need to get off stream now and get myself ready for tomorrow. It's been tough getting back into work this week, I'll be honest with you. Also, but before we do that, Eric Prekop is here for us. The striker coming from Slavia Prague. Won't play for us in the Champions League yet because we can't get new players registered because of homegrown rules, etc., etc. But Eric Prekop is here. 13 finishing, 14 composure, good jumping reach, heading of 13, good bravery, good strength, left foot, decent right foot, likes to lob the keeper. I think he'd be a good player for us. Has played in Slovakia before, so actually will count. Do you count? He is a homegrown Slovakian player, yeah, so that will help us out a little bit. Not homegrown at club, but at least homegrown in nation, which is quite nice when we come to actual Champions League stuff. But I'm expecting big things from Eric. I think he's the kind of player that we need in the team. He's got international experience as well. I'm actually quite looking forward to seeing what he does, to be fair. He'll be solid for us. Right. Thank you very much for tuning in this evening. I believe we should be back on Thursday. And on Thursday, we will carry on with the transfers and we'll get started with the league. We're only a week away from the league starting, which is exciting. And we've got all those Champions League games still to play too. And a lot to get through in that time as well. So thank you very much for dropping by this evening. I will see you all soon. Have a lovely couple of days and see you on Thursday. Bye.